Alright, we're getting set up here now for some animations. Gotta get my open. Glad I knocked out the daily challenge on Rayman in like 20 minutes today. Sometimes those fucking things can take like two fucking hours. Alright. Let's roll. Shot can, where you be? There you be. Bring this over here. Where did we leave off? I gotta speed up this head turn here. Slide all these keys over. So we want her to start turning her head after she reads blind. So I cleared out some keys right here, and I just want to speed up this whole thing. Not start this head turn until our line is red. Fuck. Damn it. It still says I'm playing Rayman. Fuck. We're not playing Rayman. There we go. That's more better. Actually, probably condense these down even further. Hopefully this doesn't read too fast. which it might. Actually, I think I'm gonna get rid of this pose. Bring this one over. Like so. So, we'll just play that real quick and see what it does. It's probably gonna be like super fucked up. Whatevs. Tired as hell today. And every day. Not just today, actually.
So you can see the future? Yeah, I can see. So you can see the future? Yeah, I can see. So you can see the future? Yeah, I can see.
I gotta see it with the whole motion. We'll play blast up to 75. See where we're at. So I don't know if this music is echoing for you guys. Hold on. Plug that into my headphones. There we go.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
I think it's happening too
So you can see the
fast.
future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Just not getting enough time
So you can see
to,
the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
his response.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Oh, what do we need to do here?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
I just need to have her hold this pose. I gotta see if I have time for this. It's right in here. Yeah, we got a couple frames to work with. She's just starting to go into the motion too fast. Like, doesn't give enough time for her to response from him. Kinda doesn't matter though. She knows she won. Maybe scoot these over a little more. So she'll just be working in that pose for a couple more frames. See what that does. I can't stop yawning.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Fucking back, her spine shape through here. I want it to be like a smooth curve, I think. So you get a nice reversal, but I can't fucking get it with this rig. It's pissing me off. And this is like in between, right? 63 to 65 is like huge pop. But that action's fast, so. And her body needs to get there before her hand does. Which is what we're seeing here. Just need to throw some overlap in there after the settle. See, that's the back shape that I want. But without her leaning over so far, but then when I tilt her back, fucking, well, I guess that's not so bad. Let's try to get it here too. we do? What can we do? What can we do? That's not terrible. It's better than it was. Yeah, I think that works. These fucking cards out of here. That's one thing that sucks about these arms on this character is I figured out that there's no stretch on them when they're in IK. So if you want to do any kind of like stretching on them, they've got to be an FK. It's stupid. Anyway, let's try to see where that's at. Blast that off, see where we're at. Any day now. And we're off.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Slapping them cards
I
down.
can see the future.
So at least we're kind of getting the back shape that I want. It's more like that. But then she comes into this settle and it's like this point in space is like stuck right here. And you can like see up her little vest thing. There's nothing I can really do about that unless I like animate the vertices of her vest through there to try to clean that up. Get like a straight line through there.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
It's feeling a lot better though. Just need to get overlap. She slams them down.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Oh, sweet. Tamascan, thanks for the follow, buddy. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Overlap, that's what we were gonna do. It's like, I lost my train of thought there for a second. So we got her coming down into this lap. And I guess her shoulders would go up. Her head would go down. is trying to keep this hand planted down. Oh, thanks to Mascan. Are you a animator by any chance? That's cool. Yeah, I don't know too much about 3ds Max. I've only ever worked in, this is Maya, and then I'm working on another short film in Cinema 4D. But, I know there are Max animators out there. That's actually, the colleges around where I'm from, I'll teach Max. But, I thought it'd be cool to drop out of college, because I wasn't going to pay that much money. There we go. But yeah, if you're gonna be working in Max, it's pretty kind of similar to Maya. All these 3D applications are all pretty much the same thing. They just call everything different names and put it in different places. But I mean, if you're looking to just learn animation, like, animation is animation, no matter what program it is. The, you know, principles are the same no matter what. It's all timing and spacing. Yeah, dude, you don't, let's see. If you go to the Autodesk student site, you can just download it. Like, let me see if I can link you to it. This looks different. So, like, here's for Maya. You just go there, you create an account, and you get a 3-year student license, which is what I mean, and they give these like every year, so you don't need to, like, the only reason you would have to buy the full program is if you were a studio and you needed like a like professional license for the program, because really the only other difference is, like, when I save this out, it says student version file. The file being saved was created by a student version of Maya intended for personal learning only. You know, that's the difference between student version and professional version. But, you know, the big thing is, like, if you're a big studio or something, I'm sure Autodesk is, like, on top of knowing if they have, like, registered software or whatever. But if you're just a student, like, looking to learn it, you can go on there and check it out. Get that shit for free. Learn yourself some animations. Through this area, I'm just kind of trying to track. Where's my? Hang on a second. I'm gonna set my shot cam up so my. What's that? There it is. Probably sketch mouse. Okay. And turn it off. On. Still no mouse. That's cool. There it is. Yay. Okay. All I'm trying to do through here is track this nose, like the arc of her nose that it's taking here. It's going down here, here, and then kind of bouncing back up. So I actually need to kind of round that off a little bit more, I think. position, we'll rotate her head down. So that's going to bounce him back up. That's probably too much. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Let's see what that looks like.
See the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I think that head's a little bit much.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you
I
can
need
see
to get that out of
Yeah, I
her,
can see the future.
actually I don't think the head's too
the
much.
future?
Yeah,
I think the spine's not enough.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Her head just is like fucking disconnected. So here on the down pose, try to push her spine and hips to absorb the weight of that slab. We'll bring her shoulders back. Bring her head down like it is. But maybe not that much. Pull this thing back up now. Alright. And then now we can just match the hand position to where it was on the table. Which, as always, is going to be a pain in the ass with this rig. So we're going to have to cheat the arms. There we go. Looks like. Hoping that's not too much.
see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Look at that shit. Still feels real like blocked off here. Spine in there. Like, upper body, I think, needs to. The lower body needs to come down, or upper body needs to go up. That up. Counter the shoulders back up. This one. Yeah. And fix the arm.
Be the future. Be the future. Be the future.
That head's coming down too far. Again, here I'm just looking at her nose, trying to track that arc. Like there. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Okay. Let's play blast this. Play blast it a lot right now.
Be the future.
Damn it. Where's it before?
Be the future. Be the future.
Fuck. The way the shoulder is popping. Wish it comes down here. I'm just gonna decrease that just so there's not such a big pop. That might even read better just like that.
Be the future. Be the future.
Yeah.
Future.
That's more better.
Be the future. Be the future. Be the future. Be the future. Be the future.
Slapping that shit down like a boss. It's almost convincing. Alright, alright, alright. Got some little details here. Got hair controls. So, like, I don't know, like when she goes her down like this, we can bring her hair forward. Be a nice little touch, nice little touch. A little bit of overlap in these bangs, yo. Just little things like this that you add in here. Take an animation to a whole nother level. This fucking song is catchy. This is all from Battle Block Theater. I love the soundtrack to that game.
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Alright, so we got things looking pretty good with her, I think. A whole lot better than they were. Need to fix the cards and stuff, obviously, because we're not constrained to her hand right throughout here and like flapping all over the place, but we'll do that last. Forward before she goes backwards on 50. That's gotta go. That's not doing anything for our motion here. It's not a transition into this. So So yeah, we'll fix 50. Not a huge fan of this silhouette, but it leads right into this, which is alright. Should go right down into this slab.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future. 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 Yeah, I can see the future. Yeah, I can see the future. Yeah, I can see the future.
It's just hard because you see the waveform down here. It says, yeah, I can see the future. Where she's at. She is heading up by the time he says see. He just goes, yeah, I can. She's already on her, doing her thing. I'm just wondering if that movement is too soon. At least the movement's working. Where I guess if I have to speed it up a little bit, I can. Anyway, 50 we had to get rid of. There's 50. This coming forward. Business has got to go. Switch to world space. Bring her completely over in frame. quick. This pose needs to be in the opposite shape that it is right now. Or at least favoring the opposite position, because I think her arm is dragging down this fast, her chest would also be dragging that way as well, a little bit still too. If I don't like this, I'm just going to go back to my saved version, so we'll see what happens here. So what do we want? What do we want? Something like these hips forward. Bring the rest of this shit back. I can't really get a good C-curve out of this spine. No, I think that's... Yeah, I'll go back to what it was. Do this.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Alright, well,
So you can see the
I think she's
future?
looking pretty
Yeah, I
good
can
now.
see the future.
So you can see the future?
I think it's the best she's looked so far, anyway.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Things I'll probably have to clean up on her,
So you can see the future?
but I need to start working on him now. Probably,
You can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
like, most of his stuff is going to be facial acting after he reads this line here.
So you can see the future?
She's just gonna, once she slaps that down, she's just gonna stick that pose. Light needs to come out of there though now. The way she's doing her thing. Yeah. Well, that's the shot. Is he's supposed to be this schwarmy, like, cocky asshole? Who thinks he won this poker match, and she knows differently. So she's gonna swing around, slam her cards down, and then from this point on, you're gonna see his reaction just totally go to shit. And he's like, fuck. Here, actually, I'll play last the whole shot. Let me see where we're at with the whole thing. Most of what I like, his face right now is instepped, so a lot of it, I don't know, it's a lot of subtle facial animation, so I'm probably just gonna have to go straight into spline with it instead of trying to work that kind of shit out in steps. Like, it's just gonna be a headache. But I need to make sure his body, like probably my next step is going to be making sure that his body is doing what it needs to do and he's ready to go into spline. So then I can start doing lip sync and all that fun shit. Halfway there. Alright.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? See that coming? future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming?
Yeah, like I really just want to get him into spline. Because this, like all of this subtle stuff is like, you're not going to do that in step mode, so really I'm just going to have to clean up this area here. Like the first 70 frames, I guess. 65, 70 frames. Make sure all that's working, which is not right now. It's a little slow. Going back into this thing here, and it's kind of like goes right, left. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily a problem, but I'm excited to start doing this facial stuff.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh?
So at this point,
You see that coming?
I am going to look at a snack.
Yeah, I
Take
can
a
see
quick
the
little
future.
5 or 10 minute break and get back to it.
See that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see
This
the
here, and I will be right back.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
How about that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? You see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? Did you see that coming?
Secret!
Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh?
It's a secret!
See that coming?
Stop up!
You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh?
It's a secret!
You see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? See that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. How about that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? You can see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming?
Now you're talking!
You can see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? You can see the future? Yeah, I can see the future. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? You see the future? Yeah, I can see the future.
Hey!
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? coming? Can see the future?
It's a secret.
Can see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Can see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Can see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
It's a secret. About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? See that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming?
Now you're talking.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming? Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh? Did you see that coming?
And we're back.
Future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
About that, huh?
Right. Kyle, you can't brah under the same account. All right. Remember if I saved. Is my stream alive? Or is this messed up? This might be messed up. Hold on. Ball State was like south. Graphitician. Ball State's like kind of, well, I guess it's kind of like central east Indiana. I'm like northwest Indiana up by Chicago. Dude, you know what's gonna be so hard is 120 frames of Keep Alive on this girl. I might just move her up out of this shape. Difference between Maya and 3ds Max. I haven't worked too much with 3ds Max. I've like animated in it once. It's a difficult learning job despite having the degree for it. The famous question. I dropped out of college, if that tells you anything. Degrees, while important, aren't really important. That sentence, though. I don't know. I'm like... I don't know. I'm not against going to college. I just, like, I knew I wanted to do animation, like, right out of the gate. Like, I didn't want to learn modeling, I didn't want to learn lighting and rigging and all that shit. I just wanted to animate. So, you know, colleges teach like a real generalized curriculum where you kind of learn. I feel like they don't necessarily focus in on one department of film or game production, whatever you want to get into. They just teach you a little bit about everything. So if you're not exactly sure what you want to do yet, like, it's a nice way to figure that out. But at the same time, it's also really fucking expensive. So, kind of an expensive lesson at that. But I went for a year and a half and kind of realized, like, I wasn't going to be learning just animation, and I ended up dropping out and then doing online classes at Animation Mentor, and then worked on a couple short films, Animsquad now. Just all kinds of animation shit. But if you want to get into modeling, I think, like, I feel like colleges spend a lot of time on like modeling and lighting and texturing. So if that's something you're interested in, but you definitely got to focus in on one thing if you want to get in with like a big studio, or if you're looking to get into like a smaller place. Just kind of smaller shops are usually looking for somebody who can wear a bunch of different hats. How's it going, Swag on top?
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Kyle, you still in chat? Thanks, Swag. I'm good. Getting tired. I think I'm about ready to call it a night with this shot. Try to get to bed early. I was up till 3 last night. feel like shit all day today. Everything but the character rigs. Those are from Animsquad.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
I didn't have his fucking arms. Son of a bitch. This is when you know it's getting late. It's when you start doing stupid shit like this. Moving keys around for one controller and not all of them. Select all. Thank you. Let's try that again. No, I don't do my own voiceovers. I actually wanted to for this class, and they were against it. Really just because my instructor was like, you know, when you're working at Disney, they give you a sound clip and you have to animate it. You don't get to pick what the voice actor does or says or how they say it, like. So he wanted me to try to find something more from like just a film, something that was already made, and then animate to that, and then try to like put a twist on it one way or another. So I don't know, like I guess Disney likes to just see that you can take like an audio clip and make it your own. But I do have a buddy who's really good at voiceover that I will probably have him read some lines for me for at least one of my shots on this new cut of my demo reel I'm trying to make. Yeah, I think every animator's trying to get into Disney. Kind of. I don't know. It's everybody's goal, but, you know. Looking for anything at this point. I just need to work on my demo reel.
So you can
Get it
see
looking
the
better.
future?
This Animsquad thing, this is all a bunch of guys from Disney put this little like online school together where they meet with us once a week, and
So you can see the future?
you know, they gave us these character rigs and work with us on
So you can
trying to
see
make
the
our
future?
animation
I
better.
can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Yeah, actually, the guy who made these rigs, I believe. Kyle, are you still in here? Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. But the guy who made these rigs, I think, is the same guy who did Vanellope and King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph. And I'm sure a bunch of other shit, I just don't know.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
classes are, I think it's 1100-ish for 12 weeks. And they have beginner and intermediate and expert classes. Nah, I was actually trying to keep it short anyway.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
If I like this arm wave thing that he does to get his elbow over, I don't know. I liked it at first, but now I'm like... I guess it's not
See the
bad.
future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Can see the future?
Yeah,
Let's see if anybody's in Hangouts. Mark Madrano's in Hangouts. I don't know how this is going to work with OBS. Well, let's see. Yo! There's many came out. So... I think I got this whole thing working out now. Hopefully. I don't know. Cool. Thanks, Swag. Appreciate it. No, I just hope I can convince Disney that it looks like something that Disney would make. Then I think we'll be good. Mark, want me to throw this up on Sync Sketch? Have you looked at it again? Are you being lazy about your microphone again? This is shit. Version 3. Moving on up. No. Mark, I'm streaming right now too, so anything you can... Wait, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. That's what I was trying to say. Swag, I've been taking class. I started Animation Mentor in 2011. Yeah, 2011, and then finished that up. Animated a short film for a couple of years. Alright, we need to get this up on Sync Sketch. This one. C4D locked up. Never heard of that happening before. Are you in here now, Mark?
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
No, I'm in sync sketch.
Yeah, I can
Not
see
in
the future.
sketch.
Yeah, I can see the future.
Yeah, it's working
Yeah, I
better.
can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see.
Feels like there's a bit of kind of jello-iness somewhere.
Shit, hold on, I can't hear you real good. Hold on a sec. I gotta adjust my, not that. How do I turn you up? And not... Oh wait, I'll turn this down. Then we can turn you up. How's that? Is that better?
I don't know, is it better? Ooh,
I think it is.
that's awesome. I mean, there's a bit, it's working better overall. There's a bit of kind of jello-iness somewhere, that feeling. I think it's just a lot this, into like frame 69, kind of pops forward and then back and up a bit. That might be a bit overstated.
The overlap when she hits?
Yeah, and I think some of it's like you've got these between these two poses. There's very little motion on the upper torso, but then when you push down into the shoulders, all of a sudden there's a lot more motion than the frame before it, where it should be kind of easing out, I think. So maybe if you just start getting into that shoulder push earlier, that'll help it out. Also, if you track the rotation on the hips, there's a bit of a, it's moving kind of linear through there, or it goes straight down,
Yeah.
and then it pops forward that one frame and pops back. Like, I know that just you can't get the hips to twist the right way.
I
so you
either
probably
like
get
with
rid of
this,
that one frame that's rotating just to keep it from feeling
like it's
unlike the
popping.
others. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. I just like it's you either get what's it called, hip rotation, or I get the spine curve that I want. I can't have both.
Yeah. Yep.
So
No, it's not. It's not. That's not as bad as like the jello-y feeling in the upper torso. So maybe just reduce it a little bit, but don't worry too much about trying to completely eliminate it.
What do you mean by jelliness? What are you looking at?
Well, it's just this feeling in that kind of 67, 68, 69. I just feel like it hits and rebounds really rapidly, a couple times. I think is that one pose there.
Just that on 69?
69. Yeah, it just feels like everything is slowing down, and then all of a sudden, boop, it pops down, and then boop, it pops right back, right into a dead hold.
So maybe spread that out and ease in and out of that a little better.
Yeah.
I mean, once I go into spline though, I've got it on 2s right now, so do you think that'll be enough?
Yeah, but I mean, when you spline it, your spacing is still going to be the same. Like the spacing of that move is off now, and it doesn't matter when you've got tweens in there. It's still going to slow down and then accelerate and speed up again. And some of that's in the, I mean, that's the pose where the hips are rotating forward, so some of that's probably the hips pushing forward, but that's also where you're doing all of your shoulder push on that frame.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you...
So some of it's as well.
Better though?
Yeah, no, much better.
Cool, cool, cool. What about him?
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
Maybe a little complicated. Feels like he's wiggling around quite a bit. So I'm not sure how exactly that's going to clean up.
Need more in-betweens, you think?
Not more in-betweens, just I worry that he's going to be a little too floaty, particularly with his like right arm.
Through here?
Not so much there, I don't think, but it's after. Let me see.
Well, after he's just kind of hanging there.
Let me try refreshing. I lost the sketch. Yeah, but like, look at his elbow. Some of it's going up because his hand is moving. Like, if you start looking at from 24, like the hand moves out and then back screen right, and then it moves down, and then it moves up.
Right.
It's not really tracing. Like, if you look at you're making some very specific arcs here with the fingers, and like you're leading the eye into like this sort of path, but then the hand gets off that path, and then the next pose it's up here. So you're kind of doing this, and then you're breaking that line, and then it just goes straight down, and then the elbow kind of pops back and forth a couple times in that space. So like that's just some of the stuff that I'm worried about being a little too, all over the place. But I could also see that as being, part of his character. He's loose and wobbly, and
he's all kind of moving around because he's all confident, like, yeah,
It's a fine line that you've got to walk between having him move around like he's got that, very shouldery thing.
Swag.
The feeling of stuff like splining all over the place.
Right. No, yeah, I totally know what you mean.
So, just something to keep a real close eye on as you go forward and start splining it, and probably be prepared to smooth some of those arcs out and simplify some of those moves, just so they're less big.
So yeah, I agree about the arm. Like I knew something was weird about it. I just couldn't tell really what. So maybe I'll start from here, like 40, and then like animate backwards through this same kind of motion. But the thing is it's kind of tough because his hand is gonna go straight back into space, like this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in order to really get any kind of shape out of the arm through that move, he's got to come out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I don't know if that's terrible, but
Well, but I mean that's part of the. I mean, I know you want to do like a rubber hose arm thing all through here, but it's kind of the. If you have to go out of your way to do it,
yeah.
it's not what the shot calls for.
So you think I should just do it straight back?
Not necessarily straight back. I think that like you've got this kind of curve where it's going out, and then you've got the wiggle, and then it goes down. Like you might be able to do something with a much more straighter arm. So like it may still come out, but then you've got a straight, you know, he's got his hand out, and then maybe it'll just kind of boop like that. And so rather than this big anticipation up, like you may come down with the elbow first, and then he's got his hand here to lead into that.
With his elbow over the chair?
Yeah, just kind of leading, you know, if he comes back and then lead with the elbow, and then the hand just follows rather than it being this big swoopy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like just drive the elbow. So almost like just take the hand along for a ride. If his elbow is, you know, if we say we want to look at the arc of his elbow is here, and drive it up and put it behind the chair. And then from that point, you know, the arm can lead back a bit and then come up and then fold over.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense at all. But maybe you've got the idea.
Just have like from the elbow to his fingertips, just kind of follow whatever his elbow does.
Yeah. And just less of the curvy shape. Just because, and like if it was more than just like these 2 or 3 poses, then it would work better. But they're really just kind of sandwiched in the middle there. And like it just, because it's such a strong read, you know, like I said, it makes me think immediately that you're indicating that this is the path it's going to follow, and then it stops.
Right.
So it's kind of like natural hand, rubber hose, natural hand again. And so you kind of either want to do it all from the beginning, or, you know, knock that back so that it's not so on the nose, and that it feels more like you're in and you're out poses.
Okay. And then
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
And then maybe
Yeah,
the
I can see the
torso feels
future.
like it's
So you can see the future?
maybe on
Yeah, I
C,
can see
kind
the
of popping
future.
forward a bit.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the
Yeah,
future?
like
Yeah,
right
I can.
through, like right here.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a pretty big pop.
Yeah. That might be something that you can work into a bigger thing.
I really just kind of wanted to
But
get
it may be
his.
something that you want to try cleaning up first and then putting detail back in after, if you're feeling that it's not, you know, that it's, if it's feeling really dead, then try and fit a bit of business in there. But maybe because that's part of the this kind of loose shaking all over the place, and because he's got his dialogue here, and we want to be kind of focused on him, so we don't want to be like shaking the head around so much that it's going to be hard to read his expressions or read the lip sync.
Right. Well, I just wanted to have him hit yeah, like yeah. And then maybe cut this one back so he's not coming over so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can just kind of stay more in this space here. So he'll come
Mhm.
over for yeah, and then just come straight back to here. But I do want to get this, like, his neck kind of sticking out,
It's the sort of
future.
thing where you really like that can break down into like two poses, where you've got yeah, and he's got his head back,
So we got
and
that.
then that can hold over. Like I can see the and start transitioning in. Future is then emphasizing with his neck forward and his head down. So you've got yeah, future.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. And then we'll get rid of all of this, like, well, basically just these two poses here.
Mm-hmm. Then he's just
Yeah.
hitting two beats, and then you can, and then you know within those you can play with the head rotates to get that really kind of sassy, you know, loose feeling in the head.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also more. Then it's not just he's wiggling around, but there's like two distinct. There's an A and a B. There's some contrast in there because there's a distinct move that he's making.
Right.
He's like, lean back, lean forward, lean back, lean forward.
You mean that's how he is now?
And then, no. Just I just did it twice. So like that those are his beats. It's like it's lean back, and it's like yeah, and he's almost talking to himself, like duh, you know, all these other people in the room, don't you know, everyone knows this, and then I can see the future when he pushes his head forward again. He's refocusing on her. So it's kind of like where his kind of attention is.
Yeah.
He like goes yeah into his own mind, and then he pushes it back to engage with her again.
And then, so, yeah, that'll be kind of nice, because then from that point, you know, his focus will be on her, and it'll be kind of funny to have his eyes go from her down to the cards, and then to his expression dropping to, like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll get rid of these.
And
double
that might be
poses and-
something that you want to play with too, is like when he's leaning back and doing yeah, that's the roll your eyes thing where his focus is very loose. And then when he goes forward into future, like have him lock his eyes on her. So like right now it feels like his gaze is very vague around. He's just kind of leaning back and like looking at whatever, man, you know. But if he's like, you know, yeah, I'm talking to you, you know, I can see the future, and there's this intenseness to it. Then there's more contrast when he looks down, like his gaze is locked on her face, and then when she slams the cards down, then it's like, boop, I dart down, and now all of a sudden you've broken that line, and it stands out because you've established the focus very strongly, you know?
Right. Okay. So cool. We know what to do with him. And then for her, you were just saying hip rotation and this
Yeah,
is too much right here in
that,
70.
Yeah, it's that pop there.
Those were the two biggest things for you.
Yeah. Let me run it through again.
Yep.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see
Yeah,
the
her
future?
left hand
Yeah,
is
I can
probably
see the
planting too
future.
quickly.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see
I
the
like
future?
the feeling on
Yeah,
the
I can see
readjust
the future.
the second time,
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see the future.
but
So
I'm
you can
not
see the future?
I'm not
Yeah, I can
feeling
see
the
the
first
future.
plant.
So you
It
can see
feels
the
like it
future?
just
Yeah, I can
appears
see the
completely
future.
flattened out
So
on
you
the
can see
table.
the future?
Yeah, I can
So
see
you
the
might need
future.
another,
So
not
you can
another
see the
breakdown,
future?
but I think
Yeah,
one
I
of
can
the
see the future.
keys
can
that you
see the
have
future?
needs to
Yeah, I
be,
can see the future.
So you can
or
see the
which
future?
move it would be. Yeah, between you need a breakdown key between 51 and 52.
Okay.
And you've got a long hold there, so I wouldn't make new keys, but I would take 52 and, make that breakdown, and then make 54 another breakdown, and have 55 be your first planted key, and then it's flat for, another 3 or 4 frames there. And then the second plant works well.
Okay.
I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see
And
the
that's
future?
also kind of a nice counterpoint to like if there's still some motion going on down there. I think it's a nice kind of contrast with you've got this big shape going up. You've got this big shape going up here, and we're going up this direction. And if you have just that bit of motion there to keep this alive, then that helps reinforce this kind of line there,
Right.
which is, kind of pushing up into that arc.
Future.
So you
I
can
think
see
that'll
the
be fun.
future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see
And
the
I'm still
future.
wondering if
So
her,
you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
if she's starting
Yeah,
to
I can
move
see
too
the
early.
future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
So you can see the future?
Yeah, I can see the future.
You might try cutting a couple frames out of that move from somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but
You think you could be a little bit snappier?
maybe from not. I'm not. I don't. It could probably be snappier in some places, but it's not so much that it's feeling slow. That I feel like she's still just starting this move way too early. And
I was
then
kind of
it's
thinking that
taking
too.
long.
Because he's saying, like, I think he says, yeah, I can. And then she starts her move.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, how much more can we speed it up?
I mean, I think you can probably do. It feels like you've got like the slam down is happening pretty quick, and I think that's pretty good. And you don't want to cut too much out of your extreme up because that's what makes the slam read. You might be able to, once you tween it and see, you might be able to pull a frame or two out of there. But I think maybe it's some poses in here that need to go. Like maybe between these two, between 54 and 55, kill one of those poses. So you've got a nice
Probably 54 it was looking like.
kind of anticipation there. And then she's got a nice lead into the motion at frame 52. And then, yeah, 54 kill. Keep the one at 55. Yeah, try that. That gives you at least 2 more frames. And you might be able to suck another frame out of one of those and see how it feels. Because it's kind of the same idea as coming down. Like you've got a nice bit of with leading with the hand, and then the feeling of the, you know, as the body comes back. Like I think that is a good anticipation for the move. That then you can get away with moving a lot quicker there, and then favor your extreme up a whole bunch, and then, you know, you slam through, and then you have the down, and I think you'll get away with that. And then the other thing I wonder, and it may become less of an issue when you speed it up, but I almost wonder if she shouldn't be smiling as she's going up with an open mouth smile quite that way.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like maybe she's got her look, and then, you know, it's almost like she's showing her hand early, you know. And since going into that anticipation, like it feels like a moment of rising tension. So I think keeping some tension in the face is nice. So when she slams down, then there's the release of tension, and then, you know, the face can open up and her mouth can open up, and then she can have a wider smile as she starts the dialogue. I think that kind of reinforces the energy of that little loop there. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd give that a shot.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks, dude.
No worries.
I think that gives me plenty to do before Monday. You get anything done on your auto shot?
No, I just got home a couple hours ago. Went flying today. I'm gonna be heading out some stuff tomorrow, so
Nice.
thinking about it. But also thinking about some dinner. So I might do that. And then go see if I remembered to save before I left my computer, or if I lost everything I did.
You gonna get set up on Twitch with us anytime soon?
I still need to figure that out.
Me and Kyle got everything
I
like
haven't-
all set up.
I haven't done any like animations yet. A couple of weeks now.
Isn't that depressing though?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you gotta do.
Be better when I don't have to deal with my car anymore. That's what's sucking up a lot of my time now.
What's wrong with your car?
Well, I've got to sell it.
The new one you just bought?
Well, no, I got a new one, but I've got my old one.
You bought the new one without selling your old one.
Yeah, well, because the old one was having problems.
Oh.
So now I've got a car that kind of runs. That I, you know, cleaned it last week, took pictures of it this week. Need to post a Craigslist ad on Monday. That's a pain in the ass because our smog regulations, I can't just sell it as is. So I have to like change the registration on it.
Yeah.
So it's a non-op, and then I can sell it as is, but then it can't be on the street either because non-op means I can't park it anymore. So it's just paperwork and forms and crap.
That's what we have Kyle for. Oh, man. I feel like I'm finally starting to make positive progress on this shot for the first time in like a month.
Well, let's keep polishing.
Yep. Anyways,
Get extra feel in there. It's just simplify, simplify.
as always. Ugh. Alright, dude. I'm probably gonna head out now. I'm gonna try to get to bed early tonight. Last night killed me, like I told you it was going to. I didn't end up getting out of bed until like 3 o'clock or something like that.
Ugh.
I was just feeling like death. So,
Yeah.
try to get some sleep tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll get at it again.
A little more regular schedule.
Yep. Anyways, thanks for the help, dude.
No problem.
I'll catch you later.
Take care.
Alright, guys. I am heading out for the night. Hope you enjoyed this wonderful broadcast of some shitty animation. Thanks for the follow, Swag. Cool. Yeah, we got a couple of us that stream on here. That guy that was helping me with my shot is Extent 421. He's on the list of streamers. He said he was going to help us one of these days, but he's working at ILM right now and his schedule's pretty full, so anyways, if I'm not on here, someone else will be. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.